live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. This is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, aspirational, international, keenly awaited, daily created, highly anticipated edition of the afternoon swing trading floor with your humble host, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, with another daily dose of mentally delicious brain food, reminding each of you to love life, live life, and trade it. What's going on, party people from around the world? How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing amazing. What a day out there. Yeah. And what's really cool is, I mean, tons of things to talk about, but the ironic part is, unless I'm just behind, we still don't know what's going to happen with the presidency. Not entirely sure. Big question mark. Who knows? But yeah, a lot of stuff going on yet. We'll have to find out how we progress over time. But here's just kind of my general thought. I had someone that I was talking to earlier today was mentioning why the market might be so bullish. And I don't think it's a good reason, but I'll give you at least what this particular person said. And that particular person was saying that most likely, or it could be because the Democrats might not win the Senate. So if Biden does win the election, which does seem to be more likely the case at this scenario at this point in time, that he'll have still a really hard time passing any bills. And the market loves when that happens, AKA status quo, right? The market likes status quo. Market doesn't like random, super strange, just events that no one knows about or can control or predict. Market likes kind of predictable certainties. So if we have a Democratic president in the United States of America, and then the Senate is mostly Republican, it'll be a really hard time to pass bills, and then the market might like that. I thought that was like an okay answer, but I was like, well, maybe not. Or it could be as simple as stock pulled back down to the exact same spot that it bounced before, and the same people who bought it last time bought it again. What do you guys think? It could be either one, right? It pulled down to the exact same spot where we bounced before, and it's bouncing again. Weird. So let's just go with that. It could be that easy. The good old blue line bouncing off the 100 simple. And I did close out of some positions today. We'll talk about it. I did have a losing day, as far as day trades. Swing trades are fine. But in general, this is still possible. I mean, it's extremely, extremely, extremely possible if you're looking for a big, big, big dip in the market. That is absolutely a possibility, especially with how quick we came up. I mean, I thought we came up fast last time. This is even faster. It took 4 days this time to go up 7%, where last time it took 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's a little too fast, especially with us not really knowing anything. And I still think the market could have a little bit of reaction. So we can still get some pullbacks for sure. Still get some dip buying opportunities. It's extremely possible. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting at. So as we trade up into these resistance levels, I'm still going to buy hedges with shares. I'm still going to have hedging opportunities out there. I'm still going to be doing swing trades. I'm still going to be doing day trades. I'll let you all know what I do and when I do it. But feel free to play along. And if you just have no clue what the market's doing and just want to sit on the sidelines, buy something as low as you can and sell as high as you can, you can also do that. That still works very, very well. The Qs, looks like they're going to try to continue up a little bit. I mean, the best part is the Qs are up 4.4% today. That is massive town. Massive. That's one of the biggest one-day movements that we've had. I mean, since April 6th. That's huge, guys. That is insane. Like, that is a lot. That's a lot. So does this gap never fill and we just take off to the races? I just doubt it. I doubt it. It could, but I mean, hey, if you just are a really quick, nimble trader and you bought some positions off of this moving average that no one knows anything about, if you bought down here and, sold some today, great. Buy the dip is still in full force. It's still working. And that's pretty much it. Right. So the weekly chart still looks good. Trend still looks good. Chart still looks good. I'm still a bull for sure. And if we just continue to rampage higher, great. And if not, whatever. But it'll be really, really intriguing to kind of play it out from there. So there's the Qs, the IWM, 2 bull candles back to back, which looks kind of nice. And then the Dow Jones, DIA, nice little upper shadow. So we do have some selling out there towards the end of the day because we're just, you know, it was up a lot. These wicks still haven't been fixed back from October 21st and 20th. So those wicks are still inaccurate. But anyway, yeah, in general, it looks pretty okay. We got a little bit of a bounce. 3-4 days in a row of nice bullishness. Buy low, sell high. I dig it. So we will have some things to talk about for sure. Let's go talk about them and update this. Okay. JMIA, JMIA, Jumanji. Don't have any position on this one right now, but it seems to me that trend is holding kind of strong. The green line is old support, new resistance. And we did play this one. Some traders played this one with out of the money options not too long ago, back in October, when it was kind of breaking out with this really, really nice volume break and this just generally nice move. Hammer candle, high wave bear candle, big bear candle, looks good. Yeah, I think we're just going to kind of keep waiting on this consolidation. I forget who day traded it on that day for a nice little win, but congratulations if you're here. And higher lows, somewhat lower highs. Let that one consolidate, and we'll see what happens on earnings. The gentleman that we spoke to last week, aka Gene Munster, does not think that this company is a fraudulent company. There's been a lot of talk about this thing is worthless and there's no value behind it, and it's just a giant piece of scrap metal. Although that is possible, I'm not saying it's not. I am saying that Gene Munster said it's not. So that's kind of cool. So there's that. Take it for what it's worth. All right, let's go check out Tupperware, which is ticker symbol TUP. And Tupperware, nope. Computers, Trading View is dragging. A little drag station. Okay, I wonder why that is. Let's see if it'll load. Give me just a few quick seconds. Mike said your guest today was great. I feel like I had to lay down on a couch as he was speaking. Yeah, really, really cool dude. I'm excited to learn more from him and read that book. So Tupperware, long story short, it hit a weekly 200 SMA, and that was the resistance. That was it. So nice resistance on Tupperware, hit it dead on the nose, and that's all I got. So the daily time frame on Tupperware, nice high wave candle, really good gap, good direction. Pretty much everything about it looking pretty strong. And oh, gee, I thought I closed out Interactive Brokers. So yeah, anyway, I mean, just in general, looks pretty good. Things are hanging out, nothing too wild, nothing too crazy. And yeah, that's really about it. Good looking direction. Don't have any position on it. Keep waiting for more of a pullback on Tupperware. TT was requested, Train Technologies. And this thing, I mean, that's a great way to describe the stock. Train. I mean, look at it. Just keeps going. The little engine that could. I mean, this stock looks like a train track. Wow. Imagine going back to trading this thing in 1969. Terry says, nobody can stop a train. Jay says, is this the air conditioner company? That's a good question. Is it? I think it is. I think so. Terry says yes, and Steven Jackson says yes. Okay, got it. So if I was playing Train Technology, I would buy it down here at 131.65. And I think that's it. Old resistance will become new support on Train Technology. So this is the resistance level. If you're looking at buying that pullback, that would probably be where. And in general, people love ACs. I wouldn't specifically be bearish on this one. So in general, that's kind of my thought. Cool. All right. We're doing good. JKS. So solar. Not loving life today. Happy I got out of my call options on First Solar, although, they were long-term anyway. I'll still maybe rebuy them. But this was a nice gap. You had 2 bull candles, and then we just gapped down today. So JKS. So this was a trade. Remember, Matt does focus on only a select group of stocks when he trades his Momo. But it did trigger long the other day, and then you got another short trigger again today on the Momo. Mike says, with the Biden win, it could rage back up. Yep, it could. And what's really interesting is, again, it doesn't specifically seem like Trump will win. And I will be very clear and make sure everyone is aware that if I'm wrong, I will tell everyone that, I was wrong. Did not expect what's happening today. Are we still at 220? Oh, wow. Yep. So we're still kind of just hanging out. It's still pretty stagnant. Refreshing New York Times. And it looks like Biden is at 253 electoral college votes. I think he got Wisconsin and Michigan, or they're saying maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to come down to the wire. I kind of mentioned this a little bit yesterday. I'm slightly annoyed / I think it's lame that the country is so divided. That's one thing that kind of frustrates me. It's like, I would love it if we could all just get behind someone. Doesn't matter who, I don't care what party it is. I would just like everyone to go, you know what? This person's great. Awesome person. High fives all around. And then that's just the president. They win a lot. Not like 59% of the country kind of likes this one person, or 50.3%. And then the other half are mad. It would just be nicer if it was just a good old clean sweep of a great presidential candidate. I don't know. Anyway. JKS, I'll probably leave this one alone right now, mostly because of, again, potential some election issues. But here's what I can say. Very fun stock to watch to day trade. Really, really good. So yeah, I do like the day trade potential. If you're watching it, should be pretty cool. So JKS, let's see what it does and be on the lookout for a day trade. Plug. So if earnings were not just around the corner on Plug, this would be the easiest setup of all time. So Plug had a great gap fill. I mean, look at that retest gap, retesting so eloquently. Perfect. Gorgeous. Just boom, beep, bop, beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. Nice hammer today. Really, really luxurious. Long-term moving averages, they're still bullish on Plug. And yeah, with earnings, who knows? You can say earnings in air quotes on Plug, but it did pop. I mean, it has made its move. Plug has definitely started making its move. This purple line is the 200 simple on a monthly. So just keep that in mind. We did have a brand new month candle start this Monday. By the way, type in a 7 if you feel like November is already 400 years long. I'm like, what? We've had 3 days? Oh my God. So yeah, Plug, I would look to buy a pullback into there somewhere. Nice little hammer, and just see what's going to happen on the earnings. Kirkland's, KIRK. All right. So Kirkland's is pretty cool. Great hammer. Very nice back here in September. So September was easy towards the end of the month. Just nice little run up. September was nice. October was nice for a lot of people. Weekly chart on Kirkland's. So we're above a lot of stuff. That's cool. Monthly chart, we're above a lot of stuff. Okay, so we're pretty much above most things. The 100, 200 simple on the monthly chart. A potential reason to not take the trade. I wanted to take this hammer right here. I wanted to buy a limit at 989 with a stop down here, but I guess I will just wait now. Kirkland's does look nice, but I'm going to pass. KL, which is Kirkland Lake Gold, different company. And Kirkland Lake Gold, let's go look at the weekly chart. Just kind of get the general perspective, and slowly but surely the trend is up on this one. Big, massive inverted head and shoulders pattern. Bang, 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 bang of some kind. Neckline would be around 42. So if you're looking at buying it, I think that's where I would. If I was playing it, which I'm not, I would try to buy some around here and just wait it out. Otherwise, if it gaps up, buy the dip. You know, it's more sideways than not. Be a little bit more on the bullish side. And that's all I got on Kirkland Lake Gold. Okay, so Pablo wanted me to keep a really close eye on SD, Standard Energy, just to see if this pressure was going to break out. And we did get a little bit of a pop on the second. But as of right now, it's still pretty sideways. So it hasn't popped yet. Now, again, it can. That's the thing about pressure. Pressure builds for a while and then it can explode. Even if it's just a really, really quick, just bang from here to $3, you know, you can still make money on that trade. But earnings are tomorrow. Keep an eye on it. If you are watching it, if it gets a good gap, it could definitely be a day trade. I won't be day trading tomorrow or Friday, at least publicly. It'll depend on how I feel. I might, you know, might maybe open my charts a little bit, but it'll depend. I won't be trading a lot. I won't do it a lot. Bollinger Bands should be going very sideways, and yep, they are. Going sideways. This was a tighter squeeze back in July than we have now. So that was a really solid Bollinger Band squeeze. And you really only had 2 or 3 days to actually make money on that squeeze. And then since then, it's just kind of chilled out again. So be cautious on this one. Be cautious. Mike says, what is the first thing you're looking forward to smelling? I'm going to start practicing with homemade cookies. Yeah, man. Cookies. That'll be the first thing I'm going to start with. John says, go to a bakery. Oh, yeah. Good idea. Carrot cake, the healthiest of desserts. It's a good idea. I'll keep you all posted, but that would also be kind of hilarious if I do all this work and they're like, well, you know, we tried. Sorry, you can't smell. Okay, this trade setup on Vroom is amazing. Let me go check out, see if I can find out when earnings is. November 11th. How much time is that? We got time. I mean, this could do something. Brandon says, how long has your smeller been on the fritz? Since I was like six or seven. I don't remember exactly the exact incident that happened, like what caused it, but random fact about me, when I was a kid, I used to kind of get together random boxing events and have people pay to box me and or box my friends or just box in general. So bare knuckle boxing back in like Georgia when I was 6 years old, probably did a lot of it. Yeah, too many punches in the face. My own little mini fight club. Kimbo Slice style. That's exactly right. John says, if that ain't Southern. Mike, that was the best way to pass time, man. Get paid to punch people in the face and or get paid to get punched in the face. Yeah. Yep. So that's been when my smell started going downhill. I do like this trade on VRM. I'm definitely going to set it up. Let's see if it looks good. Okay, so I could do a stop here. I bet we could play around with this one a little bit because we don't necessarily need this trade. 42.05 and then limit 41.47. Now we did miss a few trades using this exact type of approach not too long ago, aka VIPs. So if you don't want to do it, you by no means have to, but I'm going to try to just catch the retrace on this one. John says, let me know how the operation goes. My sense of smell is not great either. Yes, sir, my man. Will indeed keep you posted. I do know it's not going to happen immediately. He did say that. Doctors I work on, they didn't say, yeah, man, you're going to get out. And then like, poof, the very next day, all the smells. So I know that to be the case. It'll take a few months of like practice and like trying to like, yeah, just smell things. But yeah, we'll see. Now, the good news is the doctor said, worst case scenario, I will breathe better because I do have a lot of sinus blockage as well. And I don't breathe that great anyway. Breathing is always good. It's always a bonus. Brandon says, can you taste? Not really. I'm more like a texture fan than a taste guy. If it's really, really sweet, I can taste it. Or salty or spicy. All right, VRM, set that up. Goal is to be in and out of that before earnings. Speaking of before earnings, VRM, FNKO. Let's see if we did the right thing by getting out. Well, I don't know yet. Doesn't look like it's gapping, but did exit FNKO. Earnings were, I thought, in December until I got the notification that that was not accurate. So FNKO, we can come back to it tomorrow. I'll put on the list for Brad tomorrow just to kind of review with you guys and see what the earnings did or do or whatever. And we're just playing this little hammer candle, and we got triggered in on it, and we didn't lose on it. I mean, I made a quarter of an R, so that's kind of cool, I guess. But in general, yeah. In general, nothing crazy interesting. So let's go over to trading floor and Thursday, FNKO. So I'll put that on the list for Bradley Reed. Yep. So anyway, keep an eye on that one. Watch it. We'll see what's going on. Other swing trade that we are in that's earnings are over is pets. And we're playing the hammer strategy. So nice hammer on pets. Long-term moving averages, right? The 200 and 100s up here. This is really kind of my target. Is somewhere over here is where I'd like to get out if possible. And then the weekly chart, right? You're trying to bounce off the 200 simple on the weekly. The put sale for December, should be just fine. So that is PETS. So we'll see. But that's pets. And next on the list is Upwork, UPWK, and it is gapping up over earnings. Hooray. So Upwork, I know a lot of people who are in this one over earnings and just longer term and whatnot. I was kind of excited to see if it was going to get down to 1650, and it did not. I was going to buy a lot down there if it got down to 1650. But yeah, definitely excited it's gapping up. It's strong gap if it opens up there, and I think it should. It's happening on pretty good volume, so we'll see how much longer it holds. But presently, it looks really good. So Upwork, buy the dip, be bullish. I like this company. I mean, Upwork is pretty much Fiverr. It's a gig economy. It's just not based in Israel. And in fact, Upwork, I think, is a little better than Fiverr. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. So UPWK, fan. I am a fan. I like it. All right. I think I cracked the code on Tesla. All right, we'll see. Here is the code. Here's what I think. This is my prediction. Bear candle, three bear days in a row, and it closed below the bottom Bollinger Band. Gapped up the very next day that it closed below the bottom of the Bollinger Band. The next day, gapped up again. And then the next day, gapped up again and closed with a bearish candle. So let's turn on the Bollinger Bands really quick. Bollingers. All right. So to repeat this process, there's the close below the bottom band. There's the immediate gap up the very next day. There's the bullish gap up again the very next day. And there is your bearish candle gapping up above the high of the previous day and closed bearish. It's the exact same pattern. Now, I'm not saying that Tesla's about to make an epic bull run. What I am saying, though, is if Tesla starts gapping up tomorrow and showing some type of strength, I mean, I would not expect it to open above here. That would just be ridiculous. If Tesla is opening above the high of tomorrow, I'll just close my puts. I will lose on my puts as I described yesterday. And I'll just hold on to my calls and shares and I'll be good. Now, that's just a theory. I did try day trading it today and the day trade didn't work. So I lost half an hour on Tesla. Go into the 5-minute chart and, we'll see. So yeah, the day trade just didn't work. It was a great try. Pre-market was just too bearish for Tesla to go higher. Too bearish. So yeah, we'll see how it opens and what it does. If it opens up again nicely tomorrow, I'll just close out some of my protective puts. The better the gap at open, the more aggressive I will be on the exit of those puts. If it just opens like kind of flat, I'll probably hold them for 2 or 3 hours and see how we hold. But the thing is, Tesla is making higher lows and it kind of is making lower highs. It's still consolidating. And this will be Tesla's longest consolidation since really back here. And it went from one earnings to the next. Created a pretty much an island reversal that, well, not totally, but that was really its most sideways action. Tesla generally doesn't trade sideways that long. Trying to look for another really massive consolidation. Let's see, this was April. That's only a month. Wow. This could be the longest consolidation on Tesla ever. Let's see, July to October. 2 earning, one earning cycle. We're getting close to that. We're getting close to that. I mean, it is dead flat for 3 months. Well, I guess just stay in and be patient. I guess is kind of my theory for now. All right, that's Tesla. BAND. Bandwidth. Nice hammer, I think, on bandwidth. And if I'm just playing the good old hammer off the 100 simple moving average, that'll pretty much be the setup. I might pop into the hourly chart just to see if we can get a better price and see if it'll pull back more, but that's just pretty clean hammer, honestly. Hourly looks good. Extended hours. Yeah, I mean, I'll just throw it right there. 156.71 by 147.71. Just see if we can pull back a little bit, more or less just playing the hammer. So John Alonzo threw that one in Slack the other day, and I like it. So we will set it up. New official swing trade. I think I did something wrong here. Give me a second. Let me X out of that. Copy this, put this here. Copy this, put that there. Okay. So that will be 2 trades today. BAND. This one, 156.71 with a stop loss at 147.71. Shares. I think it's a good setup. And let's see if a strategy is on there yet. Nope, not yet. All right, so just open, and that's pretty much it. Very cool. So next on the list, Raptor, RAPT, RAPT Therapeutics. Also a kind of cool looking Morningstar reversal. I generally don't swing trade therapeutic companies. If it has option capability, probably doesn't. You could maybe trade that. You could maybe day trade it or just individually trade this one. I don't think it has enough volume for us all to kind of get in on it, unfortunately. But you do have a nice Morningstar off the 100. Kind of looks market related ish. But yeah, if you requested RAPT, it looks good. It's at a nice level. You know, I guess in essence, buy low, sell high, and enjoy. All right, IPOB. So this is one that Kathy Woods is excited about. And it had a really, really nice gap today. Really good open right above the high of yesterday. Very, very pretty. Didn't see this one. I mean, everything was gapping up today. I would have loved to have seen it because I think I would have liked to have traded it bullish around 1730. I think I could have made that happen. So IPOB, weekly chart looks cool. Daily chart, it's a really, really good gap. I'm going to see earnings on this one. IPOB. No, is it an ETF or is it something else? No idea. Oh, it's a SPAC. Oh, another financial conglomerate. Why does Kathy Woods like it so much? What's this one turning into? Do we know? Do we know what it's mysteriously going to create? Open Door Laboratories, says Andre. Huh. According to Google. Okay. Well, I could have day traded it. It was a decent gap. Kathy Wood from ARK likes it. I don't have any positions in it. Allison says sounds suspicious. Craig says I'm in long at 1637 just because I love Kathy. It makes sense. I mean, you're up $2 a share, so woo doggy, let's go. All right, Kathy also is picking up some shares of your boy TeleDoc. Now the thing is on TeleDoc, I do totally expect it to trade sideways for a while. I do still have my protective puts on TeleDoc, and depending on the next 2 or 3 days, I will get out of them most likely just for break even or a very, very small gain or a very small loss. It won't be anything specific. And then I'll set an alert, you know, to buy more if it trades back up to this resistance or if it closes below this support. Otherwise, I'll just kind of leave it alone and let it chop around for a bit. So if it trades back up to here, I might just buy a protective put just in case it rolls back over and, you know, starts channeling again, right? Buy the puts high, makes sense. And otherwise, just, yeah, kind of wait out TeleDoc in general to see what it does and see if we can start bouncing and or going higher. Coming into the sick season here in the Northern Hemisphere, you know, November, December, January, February, March, people get sick sometimes with whatever type of sickness similar to the flu. People get flus a lot, flu seasons here. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people visit hospitals or doctor offices by using TeleDoc. It's a possibility. We'll see. But long term, I mean, they just got LVNGO. Your shares should be fully converted. And I think all looks good right now. You know, all looks pretty okay. So, yep. Craig says, yep, LVGO converted for me today. It is. It's off the books. Tyler says, can you go over your plan for SPXS? I can. Nothing really exciting on this one. So this is just the 3X ETF. And this is going to be my main hedging vehicle. I own a very small amount of these shares, and this is where I want to buy them. This is where I want to sell them. I think it's going to be pretty much it. I'm gonna have a stop loss probably around here, just in case the markets do make a new all-time high. That's fine. It was literally just an extremely small hedge just to have something just in case. So if you're buying some down here, it makes tons of sense to me, right? The market could go a little bit lower. I'll just sell them, take the loss, which will be about an R and some change, free up that capital and put it somewhere else. It's really not much. Sammy says, I bought and sold and bought back. Cool deal. So yeah, if you're buying down here, I mean, it did hit the 100 simple on the nose and then sold off. Totally up to you how you guys want to play it. I did not sell my hedging share, so I still have my original position. And yeah, it's in a channel. I agree. It's in a channel. So lock in your profits, do your thing. Nothing special, not a huge position at all. Hundreds of shares, and it's a $5 stock. So really tiny position, and my stop will be about 460-ish. We start getting down there, I'll just cut it and kind of move on. Yeah, valid question. But yeah, nothing too intriguing on that one. Now, what is interesting is Tencent Holdings is just going absolutely berserk. Talk about that unbreakable basket. Man, I feel like a real dum-dum for selling some at 60. I mean, we were buying like machines in here and in here. Remember that, Scott? The low at 40. Me and you were like, yep, got to do that. 41 came in. I was like, this is a no-brainer. Bought more than one. I think Scott bought 2 shares on Tencent, and then it just unbreakable basket. This one is the biggest company that most people have never heard of. Bob says, I still got mine in at 35 and 42. My hero. Nice. Pablo says, I chickened out and sold at 72. So yeah, anyway, I mean, Tencent just kind of keeps on going. It's a nice longer term hold. It's a good company, good trend. I sold mine as well. I'm out of it. I mean, this is one that it's literally a $500 billion market cap. It's about to be 6. I think it might be 6. If you want to have fun at your Thanksgiving or Christmas party, just talk about how bullish Tencent is. No one, oh, that's right. I can never pull it up. I have to do it on Yahoo Finance. That's why I keep forgetting its market cap. Tencent, TCEHY. Oh, wow. I was way off. It's already crushed the 700 billion mark. It's about to be $1 trillion company. Oh, man. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right, cool. Well, Bob, just stay in then, man. It looks amazing. Okay, so some gaps pre-market. Qualcomm. Yeah, Qualcomm is up. It is crushing. Gapping up nicely. I mean, Qualcomm, ever since their last earnings, has just been slowly putting in work. So yeah, QCOM. It's a strong retest gap. It'll probably gap up and most likely just continue higher. Buy the dip on Qualcomm. I don't have any position in that one. You guys are going to have to make all the money on that one without me. DraftKings is trying to gap up a little bit post-market. Nice high wave candle. It would be a pretty decent open. And DraftKings, yeah, we'll see what it does. I got a put sale at November at 30. I got the put sale at 45. And that's pretty much it on DraftKings. I mean, if I get put some shares, cool. That's why I sold puts. If I don't get put some shares, I would be quite surprised. But that's all I have on DraftKings. Nothing too specific. So Apple, AAPL. Apple looks strong. Type in a 4 if you can see what it bounced off of. What? No way. So some of you have some leaps and some calls, and if you bought some off of that, I was talking about, and I was very, very clear over here that Apple would come down to the 100 simple moving average. So if you bought off the blue line, that one strategy, congrats. I mean, that's a nice move. It's up $6-7 a share. I did buy to close this put sale for a healthy half-an-hour win. And so I don't have any put sale obligations on Apple. Nice morning star, good gap. And again, I think Apple long-term is extremely bullish. Extremely bullish company. I'm just excited to see what it does. Yeah. Yep. So the next, any type of selling at some point, maybe we fill this gap. Maybe, but can the market just continue higher? And the answer is yeah. Yeah, that's it. It can. It can just really keep slowly going. Craig called out this one this morning. XPEV, unfortunately, about 8 seconds after market was about to open, so I didn't get a chance to day trade it. I do like the gap. I really like the open. I love the 5-minute chart. It was a great, great bear candle. Nice bear candle, good volume, closed right above it. I would like to think I would have bought somewhere around $23.95 with a stop at $22.95. I've already back traded this one, and that's how I would have played it. Easy day trade, super simple, and yeah, great gap. So the quote unquote other China Tesla company, NIO and XPEV. XPEV is the other one, and it is definitely making some moves. You may recall us kind of starting to talk a little bit about this back on the 29th of October. The hammer on the 28th, the candle here was mentioning, if you're looking at playing it, buy a dip off of 2012 with a stop at 1812 was the analysis back on the 29th of October. If some of you are in that, awesome. Looks like you probably want to stay in it. Trend is gapping up, buy the dip. It looks good. Looks good. So XPEV, buy a dip. Zeus wants me to look at Zillow. What a great, great open on Zillow. Wow. Very classic. It's going to be fun. See what happens on earnings. I was watching this one for a day trade, and I did miss it this morning. This is the 3-minute chart, and this is where I totally missed it. I tried setting it up, just was not quite fast enough on Zillow and just missed the pop. That would have been a very, very nice day trade. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous gap. Really good trend. And this is the one that Gene Munster asked between Zillow, Facebook, and Apple, which one's going to outperform the next 6 months. And I said, without question, it will be Zillow. We'll see if I'm right. That one might help me put us more on the map as RLT. But yeah, nice open, really good hammer, right? There's your first signal that, hey, this thing might start doing something. I heard that there was a class that taught hammer setups. Hashtag beginners class. Hashtag for free. So really good hammer class, hammer candle, broke above that yesterday and continued today. So really, really good on Zillow. So if you're in it, earnings are right around the corner. NVAX, NVAX, NVAX. I mean, it's gone from $4 to 160. So yeah, you're gonna want to be a little patient buying it up here. It's a little high. So I would say let this just calm down, pull back some more. There are other better stocks, I think, that have a little bit less of a explosive growth than NVAX. So yeah, let that one just cool down for a bit. That's my analysis. NIO, Craig says NIO does battery swaps and China government owns a quarter of it. Yeah, man. There's just chugging along. Slowly grinding. Got the gap and go on the 2nd of November. That was a gap that occurred on a monthly chart and weekly chart and daily chart. And then it closed above the high of that yesterday. So just slow continuation. You got the perfect gap and go over here on the 14th of October. Just a really, really good, pull back into the 10 EMA. There is your Matt DeLong strategy. close below the 10, close above the 10. That's it. So it's been a stock that's been in a really, really nice trend. Definitely, no question about that. Brett says on a strong trend like EXPI, do you think it has retested enough? Well, I think you can wait. Earnings are just 2-3 days around the corner. They are right around the corner. And I would say, let's see, it's up 600%. So let's go ask the history of the chart. If you ever want to know if something's gone up too far, just find out what it did last time it did it. So we went up 400% and retraced to the 100. Yeah, I would like to see it pulled out a little bit more. Personally. Could be fun to day trade. Looks like a great day trade opportunity with the open on that gap today. I'd wait till earnings, see what it does. If it gaps up, you're going to miss some boats sometimes. If it gaps up on earnings, let it gap up, let it fade back down, and then play it. It would be, of course, a retest gap if it did gap up. And then if it gapped down, you have the opportunity of buying it a little bit lower. Yeah. EXPI, that's what I got. Andrew says, what are your thoughts on Bitcoin with the Biden win? Oh, my brother. Bitcoin does not care who the president is. If anything, this is an anti-president play. Bitcoin is going to go higher regardless. 7 if I've been saying that forever. For pretty much every time I pull it up the chart. Yeah, I'm in. I got some Bitcoin. I do have a position in this one. I am long. Pablo says I'm scared to buy up here. I'm not. But yeah, man, trend is good. As we talked about in the crypto class, which I'm sure you've purchased and watched, Pablo, the 100 simple on the 3-hour chart, that was it. That's where your boy Newsom might have added a little bit of position on Bitcoin. And yeah, looking good. Craig says, what's your thoughts on CHWY, CHWY? I love CHWY long-term. Big fan. I wanted to pull back into the 100. That's pretty much it. Craig says, I bought some CHWY and I don't even have a pet. That is okay. But yeah, I like CHWY. I mean, it pulled back to a great spot. I'm just being a little too chintzy. Being a little too chintzy on CHWY. I want to pull off the 100, so I'm going to wait. I have looked at plug, my dear friends. That was early in the class. Let's go look at, oh shoot, what was I about to look at? Activision. ATVI, I do like the gap up today. I do like the close. I love the fact on Activision that you've closed above this bearish candle on earnings when earnings were phenomenal. They beat them. So this could be a nice little trap. I am a large fan if Activision can close above 80.50 before the end of November, really. I now have $20 January 2022 $100 call options. They're just not expensive. They're really not. They're like $5 a contract. So my thought is like, am I going to lose $5 between now and the next year and a half on these? Probably not. $5, like that's it. They're just not priced so high. So I mean, if it does this between now and January 2022, I'll probably be able to sell them for break even. They're just not pricey, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So I'm like, I think they're a discount. So I'm buying them. I have 20 of them in one account. So anyway, that's the weekly chart. I like the pennant pattern. It looks pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. The market tanks. I'll hedge with options. I'll buy some puts. All right. Purple, PRPL. So purple, this is the daily chart. Nope. Is it? Daily. Yeah, I guess it is. So purple earnings is around the corner. I think earnings are going to be pretty good on purple. I like this one. I like the company. I own the product. Here's the Momo strategy on purple. And right now it's bearish. So if this flips bullish, which would be pretty much a break above 30, I like it. Purple trend is bullish. Know the company, use the company. Big fan. All right. And yeah, we should definitely look at DocuSign. I'll probably be last on the list today. DocuSign. Hello, DocuSign. Say hello to your mother. Bow, 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 bow. Say hello to your mother. Hello, hello. Hi, mom. This is a great trade on DocuSign. So I bought some off of the 100 simple moving average. Leaps, AKA the blue line, and got lucky. Craig says, I can't believe I missed DocuSign. I can't believe you missed it either. Brutal. So yeah, I mean, so all I can say is I bought some. So that's all I got. I most likely will sell some calls tomorrow for a really nice win, and then rebuy on a pullback, because I do think this gap will fill a little bit. Most is hard to get into some of these trades with the election volatility. Won't deny that at all, but DocuSign, just a good chart, good trend. First time it's interacting with the 100, and it was leaps. So I was buying 250 January 2022 call options. So I figured you had time, and was able to buy those Monday for 40, and potentially be able to sell some tomorrow for 54. It's not bad. Not bad. So in general, that's kind of it. I will keep a very close eye on DocuSign, but my plan is to kind of re-snag some. I do think this gap could or might fill a little bit of it. If it doesn't, wow. Wowie McWowtown. But we're going to find out, see if we can pull back a little bit next week or so. And if it does, I will buy that pullback. So buy low, sell high. That's pretty much it. All right, Shawnee, you got it. You rock. Norwegian Cruise Lines doing absolutely jack squat. Nothing happening on this one at all. Nothing. So that's really it on Norwegian. Nothing. Well, team, again, Brad Reed will be here for you all tomorrow. And then your boy, Matt DeLong, will be here on Friday. I'll still be around. I'm sure I'll be answering questions. There's a pretty good chance I'll be on Slack. I guess it just really depends on, pain pills or if I'm okay or whatever, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Pablo says, are you going to come back a more handsome dude? Bro. I hope so. All right. What stocks do you guys want Brad to look at tomorrow? Here's what I got so far. Lee, Neo, FNKO, Tesla. What else? Beyond the Meat, AMD, CureVac, Neat, Micron, Apple, Overstock, BIGC, NVTA, CGC, ST&E, Square, Win, COHN. I got Win on there twice. Pinterest, Lyft, Uber, Fastly, Maxar, NEWR. Got it. Cool, team. Well, I will be back. I'm going to let Matt pop in. Matt, what's up?
What's up, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I should say. How's everybody doing?
Matt said he wants to say something before I just dip out of here. What
Can
you got for us, beast mode?
You guys hear me okay? You cannot hear me okay.
Okay, you guys can hear Matt. Why can I not hear Matt? I think I have a setting off somewhere.
Okay, so we get to talk about Jeremy since he can't hear us.
Give me a second.
Guys, I will be joining the afternoon room 1 hour early. So I'll be handling the afternoon room on Fridays, but I will be joining 1 hour early to answer all your questions about Momo. I know there's a little bit of confusion. Some people didn't watch the full class, lots of questions about alerts and how it works. So I will be joining the afternoon room 1 hour early to answer all your questions. And then I will be doing the afternoon room and then take a little break. And then we'll be doing the intro to swing trading class. For those of you who are brand new to trading, for those of you who are, maybe a year or less into swing trading, I'll be kind of sharing the 10 EMA strategy, but like the full approach where you're talking about risk. And so it's more ideal for brand new traders, how to handle risk, the R system, tips and tricks, that kind of thing. So join me if you haven't signed up yet. It's on our website. If you are interested in joining that class, it is free. And what we're going to do is we're going to end up taking all of the classes for the swing trading, all the past 4 classes I've taught, and creating a swing trading course out of that as well. So, yep, super excited.
Love it. Awesome. Thank you, Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just an example of how much this dude loves pouring into the community and enriching lives. So 4 p.m. Eastern on Friday, Matt will be just sharing some love and some wisdom and some joy. And then 5 to 6, he'll be there. And then he'll be there an hour after that to do another class. This guy is just a machine, an absolute phenomenal cerebral pyromaniac. Guys, love working with great people. Surround yourself with people that you want to be like. And I want to be like Matt. Thank you, Matt, for your assistance. And until next time, love life, and trade it. Bye.